Hello!
It's happening!
It's Spider-Man time! We're super excited. We just got to the theater. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Oh my god.
All right, let's go. It's happening.
Ready, go.
Melissa's ready. Let's go. We are in our seats.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nice cushy leather recliners. So 15 minutes and counting.
Hi guys.
Hey, we just got home.
We have thoughts.
In case you haven't been here before, this is at least currently the first video we have. Welcome to We Speak Nerd. Hi, I'm Patrick.
I'm Melissa.
We just watched Spider-Man No Way Home, and we have things to say. But this is going to be a spoiler-safe video.
Yes.
So, at the start here, we're going to be talking a little bit in code, only going over things that were revealed in trailers that aren't, like, full-blown spoilers.
Right.
So, if that's what sounds good to you, stick around. We're about to launch right into it. If you have already seen the movie, or you don't care about spoilers, no judgment here. If you want to go to this timestamp that I'm putting right here, that is going to be when we start going into spoilers. People who do care about spoilers, don't worry. We will give you plenty of warning to stop the video before we get there. But, that being said, no spoiler talk, go.
Okay, so.
Thirsty.
Basically, right now we're under the assumption you've seen at least a trailer.
Yes.
So
yeah.
you know a
You
few
know
things.
some of the characters that are going to be in the movie that were revealed.
I have
The
piece
villains,
of paper
mainly,
here.
is kind of what we're driving
Yeah,
at here.
so we've seen Green Goblin, we've seen Doc Ock, and
Lizard.
possibly Lizard if you paid attention to the ending of the trailer. And you
Electro.
Electro.
And Sandman.
Yeah. So
Because they all feature in one way or another in the trailers.
Right.
So, those guys are in the movie. Liked them.
Loved them.
They got, at least for when you see them, all the original actors. All of them came back.
Yep.
And it's fantastic. It's so great.
It's what you want. It's amazing.
Willem Dafoe is disturbingly good at being deranged.
Yes.
I love him.
That's why we
as
love
the
him.
Goblin. He's so good. He's Willem Dafoe. He's a fantastic actor. He does a great job. Alfred. Oh my gosh, I feel terrible. Alfred Molina.
You're close, I think. It's okay though.
I didn't look this up before we started recording, but Dr. Octavius, his actor as well, fantastic. Like, feels like he never stopped being Doc Ock. It was great.
Looks
absolutely
the same.
loved it. Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Yeah.
Is good.
Yeah, definitely. I preferred him in this movie rather than Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Amazing 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like him in Amazing Spider-Man. I liked him a lot better in this one. Maybe it's the blue. Maybe, but yeah. He's less of a nerd at this point. He's more of a villain now. He's grown more into himself, so I think I preferred that better.
Yeah, both in terms of kind of like how he physically carries himself, like his performance, how he's carrying himself.
More confidence.
That's honestly the best way to put it, I think, is he's more confident in who he is. And then the rework of his look, which is in the trailer, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, you've seen it.
The rework of the look, it harkens to like classic Electro, but it's like a modern version.
Yes.
It's really nice.
Love that.
The blue, I could kind of take it or leave it from Amazing 2.
But the yellow.
This look is great. I really liked it. He looks really, really good.
Yeah.
speaking of suit redesigns, I won't go into specifics because I don't remember if it's in a trailer, but Green Goblin gets a little bit of a new look.
Yes.
A little bit, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Love that. It's very good.
That's...
I won't say what it is because I don't think you see it in a trailer, so I won't say what it is.
That would be a little bit of a spoiler.
It's obviously minor, but you know what? No spoilers in this part.
Exactly. We believe in no spoilers.
So that was really good, and then Lizard and Sandman. CG still looks really good. Enjoyed their presence. It's very good. Feel like the previous three take a little more center stage.
Yeah, which is
But Lizard
fine.
and Sandman are very much still there, and they're good.
That was one thing we worried about, was having too many villains, like Spider-Man
Those of
3.
you who are still carrying scars from Spider-Man 3, we sit in solidarity with you.
Yes.
But this is better. This is handled better.
It does not feel cramped or too much going on.
It's
it
handled
feels
much better.
the perfect amount. So we're okay with a few villains going more in the background, but like the bigger villains are more in the foreground, which is fine.
Yeah.
You still get a little bit of them in there, and then that's all you need because you're focused on bigger things that are happening.
Total agreement. Yeah, it was really good. Core cast: Tom, Zendaya.
Oh, Tom.
Jacob, can't remember his last name, but plays Ned.
Ned.
Great. Oh, I know his first name's Jacob, the actor.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about parts of the movie that made me laugh, so.
Oh, I think I know what she's talking about. More on that later. But no, like they give great performances.
Like outstanding.
They give really solid performances. Really, really good. Marissa Tomei, of course, gives a great performance because she's Marissa frickin' Tomei. Her performance is fantastic. Jon Favreau is just a joy to see on screen, so you know, can't go wrong with him.
Yeah.
You're
So
always
good.
happy to see him. I'm not even I'm a cat dad, so I can tell dad jokes. I'm a cat dad.
Yeah, you're still dad.
Hey, Pyra. What else? What else that's not... the lead up into why Peter goes to Doctor Strange to ask him to erase people's knowledge that he is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
In the movie, they kind of show you that it's because his my life's messed up.
Everyone knows
Other
I'm Spider-Man.
people are getting affected by it.
Yeah.
And I was on board. I was on board for that. Again, without it's minor spoilers, but I'm still not going to say. But they fleshed that out a little more in the movie, and it brought me even more on board.
Yeah.
They fleshed it out really well, I think, and it made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, it made total sense that he would go to Doctor Strange and they would try to do something like that. And we know that like the spell started to go wrong a little bit. At one point you see Doctor Strange push his astral projection out of his body. Mm-hmm. So we know that something's going wrong. So we can say that without spoiling it for you.
Which they kind of hint at in the trailer that like Peter's tampering with the spell.
You can only imagine where that's going to go.
Yeah, so spell goes wrong, everything goes into chaos, villains start appearing. I'm running out of things in my head that aren't spoilers.
That's pretty much all we can say, so...
It's really good.
It's really good.
Absolutely loved it.
Go see it.
Versus what is in the movie, what's not in the movie, I overall was very, very pleased. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
I left the movie theater happy.
Yes. Really, really good. If you are a Spider-Man fan, if you are an MCU fan, you should absolutely don't miss No Way Home. It's really good. Oh, one thing we can say. I guess, okay, so here's the thing. This is technically, I'm spoiling what the second end credit scene is, but not really, because here's why. The second end credit scene, stay till the end.
Yes.
Don't leave. Stay till the end. The second end credit scene is the first trailer for the next Doctor Strange movie. I'm not going to say what's in it. I'm not going to say anything about what they show in the trailer, but I'm just going to tell you The second end credit scene is the trailer for the next Doctor Strange movie, so don't leave. Don't miss that. It's really good. There is a first, and that's the second end credit scene. There's a first one. Not going to say a word about that one, but
it makes me happy.
but I'm not going to say a word about it because you haven't seen it yet. So go see it.
Go watch it so
And
we can talk about it.
Yeah, and if you have seen it, first of all, good for you. Second of all, we're going to start talking about it now. So,
by the way, we saw it Thursday night at 6:45. We did not want to wait any longer than that. This guy took
I stayed up a
tickets.
couple hours till like 1:30 in the morning, the day that they went live, Spider Monday, to get these tickets because I was like, we have to see this immediately.
Yeah, so our plan is to upload this Friday. Hopefully you're watching this on Friday or a couple days after. So get your butt to the theater.
Yeah, go see Spider-Man. If it's still in theaters, go see it. If it's not still in theaters, rent or something. It's really good. So, we're going to start talking about spoilers now. So if you have not seen Spider-Man No Way Home yet, go away.
Stop watching.
This part's not for you. Hit pause, close the tab, do whatever you got to do.
Unless you're into spoilers.
I'm padding this out a little bit so in case you walked away from the screen, you have time to stop it now. This is your last chance. We are about to start talking about spoilers, okay?
I'm about to explode. Let's hurry up.
Are you gone? Hey, you're still here. You don't care about spoilers or you already seen the movie. So,
let's go.
Toby and Andrew are totally in the movie!
Oh my god, I lost it.
They did it! They did it!
It did not disappoint.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield both are back as Spider-Man. The entire theater exploded. It was fantastic.
Clapping.
Oh, it was so good. Like, you just felt the energy. Everyone's just like, yes!
As soon as they're like, let's see Peter, and they open the portal, and we see a Spider-Man
Ned
far
has
away.
magic.
He has magic.
Ned can just...
What does that mean?
Doctor Strange had to train to use magic.
I know, so that
He
means...
just went and did it. Why can't I do that?
I don't know.
It's because I want a sling ring.
But anyway, when we see that Spider-Man far away, and he was like, whoa, I was like, oh my god, is that Andrew? Is that Andrew? And then he starts walking forward, and then he jumps through, and he takes it off.
And it's like you can immediately tell that it is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. He comes in with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, and it was just immediately like, that's Andrew Garfield. That's Andrew Garfield. And I'm sitting there going, don't do he's going to have the mask the whole time, and he's going to talk under the mask bit. I'm like, take off the mask, take off the mask, take off the mask. And then he does. Oh.
I'm going to throw up.
It was amazing. It was so good. It was amazing. Aha! I did another one!
We said that in the theater, too.
They do. They yeah.
There's a part where Toby's Spider-Man says, no, you're amazing.
And they keep harping on it. I like that.
Because he's like, no, I'm lame. And he's like,
no, you're amazing. I was wanting to be like, if like, and then he would like look at Tom and go, and he's spectacular, or something like, play on another...
Yeah.
Entry of Spider-Man comics. That would have been fun. Toby and Andrew are in the movie. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's everything I could have wanted. It's so good. It's so good.
Okay. I don't know what I was supposed to say.
I don't either.
There's so many things running through my mind right now.
There's a lot. Okay. So let's.
How long was this movie? Another thing we wanted to say was Green Goblin's new outfit. He's got like the hooded.
The hood.
The old school looking.
It looks so
good. He's not wearing the mask. He doesn't even need it. He's so freaking scary. I just love that.
The hood look is phenomenal. Absolutely loved that. Excuse me.
Burping over here.
I'm drinking Topo Chico, so I'm burping. Okay.
Not a sponsor for this.
not a sponsor, but hey, Topo, call me. But no.
Give him like 10 cases of water,
just
please.
pay me in Topo Chico. That's all you gotta do. I'll drink it every time we record. I don't care.
Anyway.
All right. So
Okay.
So they're trying to get into college.
Right.
Oh, okay. Actually, back up front. So this starts at the very end of Far From Home, like the after credits scene. Everyone finds out Peter Parker Spider-Man. Movie literally starts right there. Like that second. There's not even like a minute delay.
Nope.
It is that exact second. is when it starts, which I thought was really neat. Like,
Yeah.
it just, we're right
Picks it
back
right
in
up.
it. No time jump, no nothing. And now everyone knows he's Spider-Man. And now it's screwing everything up.
He's like super famous, but not the way he wants
He
to
gets
be.
blamed for Mysterio's death because the drones killed him.
So
But
they're being interviewed a ton, and life's a mess.
But Peter doesn't get into legal trouble. Why? Because Daredevil's his lawyer!
I forgot about that.
Charlie Cox is there as Daredevil! Like, he's not... he is Daredevil, but he's not, like, in this suit or
When he
anything.
catches that brick,
Yeah, it's Daredevil. He's
Daredevil.
and they call him Matt. Like,
Yeah.
he's there as Matt
he's
Murdock.
Matt Murdock.
I was so happy. I loved it
That
so
was
much.
so
yes,
cool.
yes. Like...
Daredevil was such a good show.
That made me really happy.
Yeah,
I was so excited.
No one was expecting that, so that was
Yeah,
really
and that's another moment. The entire theater just blew up the moment it pans, and it's Matt Murdock. Everyone's just like, ah!
Because you see his walking stick first, and you're like, what? And then it, right there.
But yeah, that was fantastic. But he
So
gets
that
Peter
was
out of
cool.
legal trouble. So Peter's not in legal trouble. But everyone knows he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And him, MJ, and Ned all apply to get into MIT. None of them get in because the fact that Peter's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, it's expressly because Peter is Spider-Man that they don't get accepted to the college they all want to go to.
So he feels tons of guilt.
Yeah, so he's
Sorry,
like,
isn't
you
it?
know, you don't want to accept me, fine, but you're not even, but they're just my friends. Like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So that's what, like, that's it. I have to do something, and he goes to find Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So he gets to, what do they call it?
What?
What is Doctor Strange house?
Oh, the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah. So they get there.
I said that right.
Sorry, I'm like a little out of it right now. They get to his house and they start working on the spell, and Peter's like, well, wait, I don't want everyone to forget.
Yeah.
You know this. You saw
So, like, yeah, in the trailer, he starts casting the spell. Everyone's going to forget you're Spider-Man.
So he keeps like messing with the spell.
And it's, wait, no, MJ needs to know. Wait, no, Ned needs to know. Wait, no, Aunt May should really know. Well, the Avengers aren't going to know. Like, it just kind of... And Doctor Strange tells him, if you mess with it, it's going to go wrong. But this is something they don't show in the trailer, he tries to do it.
Yeah.
He keeps, like, restarting the spell, like, okay, fine, MJ will remember. Okay, fine, Ned will also remember. But he keeps having to redo it.
What a nice guy.
And that jacks things up further. And then he has to stop the spell from finishing because it almost destroys everything. Like,
yeah.
And so he doesn't end up actually casting the spell all the way. He contains it. He's like, oh, it's getting out of control, contain it. To keep it
Those
from...
villains slipped through.
But the villains slipped through. And so so then he's like, you have to go find all these guys, bring them back.
And technically, the other Spider-Man slipped through too, because the whole time they're looking for Tom's Spider-Man.
They just didn't realize.
They just didn't realize
that
it. So
the other Spider-Man had also slipped through.
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, after they started seeing the villains, if they were like, well, shouldn't we check to see if there's other things that came through? But they were pretty, like, their hands were full with everything that was going on. So, but I was like, something else had to go through.
Yeah.
But I wasn't trying to expect it. I was trying to go in with no expectations, because if they didn't have Toby and Andrew in there, we all would have cried. Yeah,
we talked about multiple times beforehand that it's like, that's kind of an expectation that we, as the internet and the fan group, kind of set up for ourselves. I mean, obviously it ended up being true, but, it was like, okay, but if it's not true, we kind of set ourselves up for disappointment by overhyping this.
Yeah,
but
so I was...
we're good, because Disney and Marvel totally came through and got them. But yeah, so yeah, the whole setup for how everything kind of goes down, I thought made a lot of sense. Like, I thought it was really good. The whole setup for how the other universe villains and Peters get through, I thought that setup was well done. I liked it.
Agreed. There was nothing wrong with the story for me, except the one thing that bothered me that I told him about was after he decides he wants to cure all the villains and he wants to keep them in the universe until he can cure them all. When Doctor Strange is telling him over and over, they don't belong here, they need to go back, we need to reverse this spell immediately because, you know, nothing can be good from this. So once Peter was like, no, they can't leave, I'm just like, are you serious? They gotta go back. These are villains. They have killed things, people, done bad things in these other universes. You should have known that. But then later on, like, I'm not as mad anymore because then we get the other Peters.
Yeah,
so it makes sense later, but in that moment, you're like, what are you doing? Send them back.
Yeah, in the moment, it feels like a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Like, it...
That's the only issue I have.
It kind of
with
makes
story.
sense that, like, you know, he is genuinely the type of person that wants to help people, and the other Peters kind of reinforce that to him. But yeah, like,
it just bothered me how he was like running from Doctor Strange.
I feel like it's the way that it's framed. The way
Yeah.
that it's framed where Doctor Strange is telling him, like, no, if we don't undo this, bad crap could happen. Like, we really need to undo this, like, now. And what you're sending them back to die, it's, well,
that's their
technically
fate.
already happened, and, you know, that's their fate. And you just have to live with that. And their sacrifice made for the betterment of countless lives because they were kind of insane villains. So
you don't realize they killed other Peters,
so for
Uncle Ben, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so for Peter to no, but I have to try and save them. It's one of those, like, that once some time passes and they kind of flesh that idea out a little more, it does make sense. But in the moment, it seems so sudden.
Yeah.
Because Peter, up until a few minutes ago, was 100% on board for sending them all back to die.
Yeah.
He was completely down for it. He had no issue with it. So it was just kind of like the fact that he did such a hard 180 so fast.
Yeah, it bothered me.
It was a little jarring. But yeah, once some time passes, it felt fine. But yeah, in the moment, it was a little bit. But, you know, minor thing.
But that's just being nitpicky. Like, in the whole scheme of it, I absolutely, like, I would give this movie, like, 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, yeah.
Later on, I didn't care about that anymore.
Oh, yeah, you stop. You don't even think about that.
It just gets...
after a while.
It just gets even more, like, you get more into it, and it's just so good.
And then once they're getting into, hey, we're going to help all these guys, where it's, hey, let's start with Dr. Octavius. We're going to remake the chip that got burnt out. We'll put it back, and now he's back. Like,
he's a good guy.
When they kind of go through the process of, we're going to fix everyone, instead of killing them, it was kind of neat. Like, it was just like, dang, this is cool. Like, you know.
Yeah, you get to see, like, nerdy Tom's Spider-Man, like, at work.
Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
Assuming it was Norman Osborn and not the Goblin puppeting Norman.
Yeah.
We don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Sure,
but was, like, genuinely impressed. Like, dang. Hey, if you ever need a job and you're cool with commuting to another universe.
Yeah.
You got a job at Oscorp. Like, that was neat. I was like, man, yeah, even Osborn's like, dang, this kid's good.
Thank God they did that with Doc Ock because he ended up saving them later on.
Totally saved their butts.
He was a hero.
That was cool.
That was awesome.
Well, because I wasn't sure, because Electro grabbed him earlier.
Right.
And was like, I liked you better before. So I was like, oh, is he going to fry the switch? Is he going to fry the chip?
Oh.
Because that's what happened last time, is an electric surge fried the chip. So I was like, he's going to fry the chip, and he's going to be right back to being crazy Doc Ock. But he didn't.
He helps the
And
Peters.
Doc Ock saved the day.
Let's talk about Aunt May.
Okay, yeah, so...
My first cry scene.
No more Aunt May. But then MJ's like, maybe not. Like, kind of pulls it away, and then they take the opportunity to go, okay, now we gotta...
Yeah.
Hey, like... I get it.
Yeah.
And what's neat, and we talked about this a little bit on the way home, is you're kind of seeing Peter in 3 different stages of grief.
Yeah.
Whereas Tom's Peter is smack dab in the middle of it. It just happened. And he is in full-blown anger. Just like, he's like, because he says he wants to kill
Green Goblin.
He wants to kill him. And then Andrew's Peter obviously lost Gwen.
I still can't talk about that scene. Like, it hurt me more than probably most people.
But he talks about how he understands that, and he tried to move on from that.
Yeah.
He tried to be better, but he became just bitter and enraged and angry. And in his own words, I stopped pulling my punches. So he became a more brutal Spider-Man. And he says, I don't want you to become what I've become. So it very much frames it where it's like he's become embittered by his grief and by his anger.
Yeah.
And he's having to wrestle with that. But then Toby's Peter starts talking.
Yeah.
And is like, yeah, I get that, because the night that Uncle Ben died, I chased the guy down that I thought did it. Mm-hmm. Because, he was going to get what he deserved. Mm-hmm. But that...
It didn't work. It didn't help.
But he's like, that didn't make it any better.
No.
And he's like, and it took a really long time for me to get past that dark place, but he did. So you see, like,
he's
Peter...
at peace now.
Just as it's just happened, Peter, who is
Aftermath.
still embittered by his grief, and then Peter that has accepted his grief. So that was kind of a neat dynamic. I really liked that.
Yeah.
Because not only did Tom need to hear from both of them, Tom needed to see what it could do to him, and that there was a way to the other side, and Andrew needed to hear from Toby that it's possible to get past that.
Yeah.
Like, they all needed to learn something from Toby.
Yeah.
That's the lesson.
We love you, Toby.
Toby Maguire did a great job. Like, he was great.
The scene where he's like cracking his back, and then Andrew pops in.
Hang on, man. I got you.
So
I got you.
Cute, because like obviously he's older, and he's got the bad back.
Yeah, like that was really great. Like,
and then when they're all coming together. In that scene when they decide to work together after the whole Avengers thing, and they're like, what is the Avengers? That was a beautiful scene when they're all like swinging together.
Oh, that was another, like, the crowd goes wild.
The best thing I've seen in my entire life.
Like, there it is.
Those 2 scenes.
All 3 Spider-Men swinging as one.
Oh my god, like, I just want to go back to the theater just for those.
It's so good.
Like,
it's so good.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, like, then there's the whole final battle, which is very, very epic, really well done, and they kind of highlight the fact that Spider-Man, especially Tobey Peter's Spider-Man, have no experience working with other superheroes.
No. They've been
They're
on
like,
their
I
own.
don't know how to be a part of a team, sorry, because they keep, like, they're running into each other. One of them accidentally webs another one, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like,
it's a mess, but it's like funny. So funny.
But it makes sense, because they're like, we don't know how to, like, we've never done this. We've always fought all these fights on our own.
Tom's the only one who's worked with other superheroes.
Yeah. So. But yeah, that was really cool. The whole final battle is
awesome.
Extremely well done.
You finally see that part in the trailer where all 3 Spider-Men are going for 3 villains. But of course, in the trailer, they kind of erased them out so you wouldn't see. But that was a cool shot.
Yeah, that was a really cool shot. Really, really they had some really good shots.
Really good.
Really good shots.
Yeah. And then when MJ falls.
I think you're about to.
Yeah. Okay, this is my 3rd. I didn't talk about the second time I cried, but.
What was the second time?
The second time was when Andrew was talking about how he tried to save Gwen and he. Like, she died because of him, so that's when I was crying because it's so hard. Anyway, and then 3rd time was when MJ falls and Tom's Peter tries to get her, but then is not successful. So then
Goblin intercepts him.
Right. He pushes him past. So then Andrew's girlfriend. Sorry, cut that part out. Andrew's Peter goes for him like as redemption, like, no, I'm gonna get MJ, and he catches her, and as he's like pulling her up, like, he's crying. He's like, because part of him is like upset that he couldn't do that with Gwen, and then happy that he could save
But this
MJ.
time he did.
But that time he did, and I lost it, guys.
Yeah, it was great. Well, 'cause was it? He's like holding it in. He's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm fine." Are you okay? and he is breaking down, and yeah, it's that mixture of, this is the same thing that happened to Gwen, but this time I made it. Like, it's like redemption.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, this time I made it.
I loved that.
I didn't miss this time. I didn't fail this time.
Yeah.
So that was great.
That was awesome.
So Ned might be a future sorcerer? Maybe?
Yeah. The part with the cape lowering him
That
down
was funny. Yeah, the cloak, or the cloak, I think it's cloak of levitation, like, catches him, lowers him down. That was really funny.
He's like, thanks, quote.
Thanks, cape, or something like that. Thanks,
sir.
magic cape.
Something like that.
Yeah, that was really funny.
We skipped a part, though.
What did we skip?
Or did we?
I don't know.
When Tom's Peter is about to kill Green Goblin with the glider.
Oh, we weren't there yet.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, so he's about to stab Green Goblin with the glider, and then Toby's Peter jumps in and stops him. And my spider sense went off, and I was like, well, duh, Green Goblin is going to stab Toby. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
I'm like, I do it!
We get the stab, but then
Everyone in the theater, like, goes nuts. Like,
Andrew throws him the goblin cure. 'Cause they made a cure for all of them. Tom catches it, hits him with it.
yeah.
And then Norman is back. Norman's himself again.
Yeah.
So Toby does manage to stop him
Toby's okay, though.
from going down the darker path.
Yeah.
Like, he manages to
He was
stop
about
it.
to do it.
So that was really, really cool. I really liked that. And Toby was fine.
Yeah.
You know, I've been stabbed before. I'm okay.
That was hard to watch, though.
It was, yeah. It was rough. That was rough. And he's right. He has been stabbed before. I'm pretty sure we've seen that in one of his movies, at least, that he got stabbed.
Yeah.
And then Tom, everything's going to crap. Tom makes the major sacrifice play.
Yeah.
And instead of everyone will forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, because that's no longer sufficient to stop everything from going out of control, it's okay, then what if just everyone forgets that Peter Parker even exists?
It's better than everything ripping apart and all these things coming in.
Because it's the only way. And I see, here was my thing. So at that, and I didn't say this earlier. I was wondering, I'm fine with that. I think it was really neat. I thought it was very powerful.
Yeah.
But what I was wondering is, were they going to go, hey, Pyra, you want to join? Join on up.
Says hi.
Say hi to Pyra.
Just gonna drink my water.
What I was wondering if they were going to do was, since Wong, which, that's nothing. Technically, Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme right now.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently. Doctor Strange is not the Sorcerer Supreme because he blipped. So now Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme, apparently, which I think that was fun. I'm sure that'll change later.
Well, that makes sense in Shang-Chi when he, like, grabs...
That's why it's because he's the Sorcerer Supreme, so that's why he's recruiting.
That grabs him.
That was, yeah. But anyways, what I was wondering is Wong going to jump in, and with Wong's help, maybe Wong knows something, and it's cool, we can fix it, we don't have to do this. Like, I was wondering...
Oh, okay.
Like, with the two of them together, maybe there's something that Wong knows that Steven doesn't know yet, and maybe, since he's the Sorcerer Supreme, maybe...
That would have been a nice ending.
Maybe we can do that, but that's not what happened, and I think the movie's probably better for it. I think embracing the fact that not all endings can be happy endings makes this movie better.
Sure.
Peter did have to sacrifice. No one knows who he is. MJ doesn't know who he is. Ned doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
Happy doesn't know who he is. He meets Happy
At
May's gravestone,
yeah.
and Happy has no clue who he is. So he makes the sacrifice because that's what it took for everyone to be okay. And they were a little like they don't.
That was really
like
sad.
he goes to because he promises he's gonna find them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you remember me, and they're
Yeah.
like, you better. And then he goes to do it,
Coffee shop.
and then he sees that they're happy.
They both
got into the college they wanted to go to together. Life is going well for them.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I can't mess that up.
but because it's like this is what I wanted for them.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, you know,
So
I wanted to be a
selfless.
part of it, but this is what I wanted for them.
But
So
now-
maybe I shouldn't try and mess that up.
But what hurts is now he's by himself completely. No
Yeah.
Aunt May, no MJ, no Ned.
I am choosing to believe that what it's going to be is instead of trying to remind, she's just
Ira's probably
full
right in front
on
of
blocking Melissa right now, isn't she?
Let me fix it. Come on.
She wants to be a part of
I
it.
know, but
You're okay, but I know you want to
I'm
be
sorry,
internet.
baby.
You want to be internet famous. I know.
I'm sorry.
But what I'm thinking is probably going to happen. This is my opinion. I don't really explicitly give anything that would say this, but my opinion is it's going to be instead of trying to remind them and try and let them know who I am, because maybe that'll mess with the spell. You know what? This is an opportunity.
Start fresh.
Hey, I'm Peter, and I'm just going to I'm going to become their friends, and we're going to. You know what? You did it once.
You can do it again.
You can do it again.
That's what MJ said. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she does say that. This
Yeah.
is something. What did she say that
She
about?
said, like right before they're saying goodbye, like she says, I figured it out once. I'll
She's
figure
very
it out
determined. Oh yeah, that she'll figure out that he's Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
That's right. Pyra's very determined. You can at least look towards the camera. It's right here. Look, right over here. Nope,
here?
she's not going to do it.
Again. She doesn't understand what's happening.
She doesn't care about me trying to lead her vision.
She does
But yeah,
what she
so I
wants.
think that's what's going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really. Oh, and then ending credit scene number 1.
Yes.
Eddie Brock, Venom.
He's talking to
Tom
his
Hardy
head.
as Eddie Brock with Venom. Apparently got pulled into that universe.
Yeah, because
'Cause
apparently he's in a different universe.
He's at a bar in Mexico, and a guy is explaining the events of Endgame and Infinity War to him, but like,
and he's just like, what?
yeah, his mind is totally blown. So between and then he gets zapped out,
Yeah.
but leaves behind a little bit of symbiote.
A little bit of goop.
That moves right before it cuts off. So there is now symbiote in the MCU. That is in the MCU now. So we'll see what happens with that. But now, between the fact that he has no idea what people are talking about with the events of Infinity War Endgame, and that he gets, zapped out from the spell,
Yeah.
we have firmly established that Tom Hardy's Venom is not in the MCU.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, since they've stated that they're interested in having Spider-Man and Venom meet. I think I saw something where Kevin Feige was like, "Yeah, we'd love to make that happen." Now they got me curious. It's okay. Well, you've now kind of drawn a line here. I mean, granted, you just crossed the universes once, and there's nothing stopping you from doing it again. But like,
True.
But
with that little piece left there, that could mean something. That little piece can travel to.
yeah. So
To
I'm interested
Tom's
to
Spider-Man,
see what happens there. But yeah, the Venom symbiote is in the MCU now.
It will find Peter for sure.
It's gonna-
and could give him the whole black suit.
So maybe that's because they've said that
So-
Tom Holland's next MCU appearance is
Already
is
figured out.
happening. He's not done in the MCU. To my knowledge, they haven't said as of right now whether or not there's another Spider-Man movie. They've just said, "Oh yeah, he's got another MCU appearance. It's happened. It's happening like 100%." But yeah, so maybe Venom suit. Maybe Venom suit next.
I hope so.
I'm down for that.
Down.
I mean, Venom Saga is one of my favorite bits.
Yeah.
Other than
Same.
Clone Saga, those of you that know, you know.
Thanks to you.
And then Doctor Strange trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, at the very end.
Really cool. Really cool.
Wanda's
Wanda's back. Mordo is back from the first Doctor Strange. And he is, you know, whether or not he's full-on villain has yet to be seen, but he's definitely not happy with Doctor Strange, for sure. That is definitely true.
And then we see
evil alternate Doctor Strange,
who's about to get into trouble.
Yeah, so
that's exciting.
I'm excited for Multiverse of Madness. Super excited. But yeah, No Way Home. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's things we probably forgot to talk about, but we're still processing this, just like you are. So.
Yeah, and we're not looking to do a whole entire recap.
Yeah, true. We've talked about the good parts.
Yeah. So
I want to go see it again.
It's really good. It's so fantastic. Absolutely loved it.
Let us know what you thought.
Yeah, what did you think? Did we
about
forget something that you were like, that was the best part? How did you not even talk about that? Well, tell me. Getting old, man. I can't remember all this stuff. No. Yeah, tell us what did you like? What did you think? What was your favorite part? If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's so good. It's a fantastic Spider-Man movie. They delivered hard. It was really good.
Disappoint.
I'm
very happy.
I don't think I could be more pleased with that movie. I really don't. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I can say that I loved it for another 15 minutes, but that really feels unnecessary at this point.
Yeah. So basically, this is our first video, but we have plans of this being a reaction channel.
Yes.
So if you are into watching reaction videos, movies, TV shows, nerdy stuff is basically what we're going to focus on. So look for those soon. We got some cooking. They're on the way.
Yep. Stuff should be starting to drop relatively soon.
Yeah.
This is just the first one that's going to happen to pop up on your respective feeds. So if you like that kind of stuff,
yeah,
please stick around.
Follow us.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. Whatever you feel like doing. We'd really appreciate it. And
Absolutely.
if you have anything in mind that you would like for us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah. We're open to suggestions.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that'll
about do it.
is going to do it. This is We Speak Nerd. Thanks for joining us. You have a good one.
Thank you.